Well, folks, I hope you're all doing okay. I had to kind of slow down on the horse deal here tonight and just get on this rope thing. There's somebody that's having a hard time figuring out how to balance a loop. In other words, I showed everything except how long the spoke is. So I'm going to build a loop, and then I'm going to show you right now how to balance a loop. Grab the rope, drop the Hondu. That's the distance down the loop to make a balanced loop. The second thing was splitting the loop. I split the loop by holding the top strand, which goes back to the coils, with my index finger and my thumb. You can also split it with your little finger when you're first starting to learn. So when you release the loop, you hold on to this strand. I will show you. Right there. I'm holding the rope in my hand. I don't have to reach for it. I don't throw the whole loop. Most people throw the whole loop. I don't. And it raises my percentages in the Brandon pen and anywhere else because I've already got a situation where I can pull my slack. Now, back to balancing a loop. I want to show you the biggest mistake everybody makes. Here's the loop. Now they do this. Now they got this. It doesn't work. You can't balance your loop by taking the rope from the coils. It's a really big mistake, and I watch it all the time. So if you're just starting to rope, get everything set up, and then physically take the rope and put it down to the spoke, then reach over and grab it. Make it as long as you need. That's how. Splitting the loop can be done forward, backwards. It doesn't matter. You can split a loop swinging backwards and still split the loop, no problem. So that's how it's used and what it's used for. Now, my friend Richard over in Chandler, I watched him rope the other day, and I want to show him what I was talking about because I was kind of busy about roping backwards. Please understand that roping backwards isn't a trick. It's not trick roping. It's a situation where you have something coming behind you and you're in the corral. You can rope it by swinging backwards. Now, another really good use for it is if you have it headed and have it heeled and you want to catch the front leg standing on this side, you can take a small loop, add a coil, swing backwards, and set a trap. Now the heeler can let it walk forward, and you can pick up a front leg so you can lay your cattle down, which is what I really like to see. That tailing cattle down, that's over. You shouldn't have to do that anymore when you got help. Behind the front legs, if it wants to go backwards, you just throw a sidearm swing and toss the rope under. But the main thing I wanted to show him was that roping backwards. But since we're here, use a small loop and just throw it under there and let them pull it in there, and you can pick up a front foot. Now, if you need to, if it comes up, the same shot backwards is used on the hind feet to put it in front of them. Just throw it on the ground, let them step into it. You know, everything's fair in the corral. It's not like it's a judged event. So, there's a shot, a backhand shot that lays the loop up over the back, and that's high percentage. If you just need to get something done quick, just throw backwards and slide it underneath there. Now, I wanted to mention something, as I always do. But the first thing is I want to make an apology for America to my friends in Australia, because we all got to see on the news there was a peaceful demonstration going on, and on cue the cops tore into the people, and there was a camera crew. There was a cameraman, an Aussie, and an Aussie lady that was a news lady standing there out on the sidelines, and a cop slammed that guy in the gut just like a sucker punch in a bar. He hit him in the gut with a shield, and the guy was looking through a camera, so he didn't even see it coming. Another one smacked him in the eye. So they ran to get away, and another one hit this lady in the back with a stick. And these are our allies. These are Australian people. And I apologize for that. And just so you know, I made a little list, since I can't remember anything. And there's some folks I know in Australia that are really good straight up Aussies, and if they were there, and they weren't holding a camera and looking through a lens, and if them boys wouldn't have had them shields and sticks, I know a few people that stomp a mud hole in their eye, and I'll mention them. These are good, tough Aussie people. Colleen, Jen, Corina, Jillian, Dee, Janet, Janelle, and Anna. Any one of them could have whipped any one of them boys in a fair fight. Anyway, I did want to share that. The other thing is for my warriors up on the Navajo Res, I'll give you another little hint. I've been doing a little research, and if you'll gather up your horses and ride the old Spanish Trail and ride to the northwest, you'll ride right to the water. And if I'm not mistaken, them guys rode the simplest direction there was, the easiest, and so it might be the same place you want to lay the pipeline. Just thought I'd mention that. Good luck up on the res. Good luck to my sister Kathy. She's working up there. And I'm just going to throw this shot again so there's no doubt that that's what a balanced loop looks like. And this is what splitting the loop looks like. So there you go. Oh, and I forgot to tell you the little Code of the West deal if you get to cowboying. The word quiet comes up a lot. And if you work on a real outfit, and for example, you're going through a gate or you're in a corral, and especially if you're out trailing and you're going through the gate and you watch the boss trot up there and turn his horse sideways by the gate, he just told the entire crew without saying a word he wants to count them. So that means the guys on the flanks, they'll go up and choke them down so they don't all go through the gate at once. And the reason I'm telling you this story is that when somebody's counting cattle, you don't say a word. You got to be very, very, very quiet. Because if they get mixed up, you're going to hear about it because you were yelling or visiting. And the other place is in the corral, when somebody's counting cattle, what usually happens, the boss will say, you and go count those cows. So I'll ask one other guy and we'll have him, tell him, put them between us, we're going to count them. Well, when you say put them between us, the 2 or 3 guys that are going to put them between you, they're not supposed to count them. All you got to do is make sure they don't go behind us. So don't get creative. Just do what you're told. Stay quiet and just put the cattle through at a good 3 head at a time pace, and everything will work out just fine. And the last one is when you hold roe deer and somebody's in there working the herd, a really dumb thing to do is to yell at them and tell them you missed one, or you tell them some cow they should have seen. Don't say anything. what'll happen is if they ride by you, they might say, "You see anything else?" They'll ask you. If they don't ask, don't say nothing. Because there's strays, cripples, the brand you want, there's all kinds of stuff in that herd, but the man working the herd's concentrating, so don't mess with his concentration. All right, on that joyful note, I'll let you go. And take care, and I'll get back to you. Thank you. It's a good rope.